More frustration for Football Club Barcelona at the Coliseum. For the 5th season running, they failed to beat Getafe. Bordalas' team coming away with a point. It started well for Barcelona. They got the early goal. They did the hard part, but they relaxed a little. Getafe came back into the game, and Barcelona couldn't then get the winning goal. This was the opener for Barca. Jules Koundé, his 2nd goal in a week after scoring in the Cup against Betis. David Soria will be disappointed. He was outstanding the previous week against Las Palmas, saving a penalty. Maybe at fault there, as Pedri's brilliant pass was eventually turned in by the French defender at the 2nd attempt. So 1-0 to Barcelona. That was after just 9 minutes. And, well, we expected maybe them to then go on and pick up their first win at the Coliseum since 2019. They weren't able to do it. It was a very strong team picked by Hansi Flick. He went with Gavi behind Lewandowski, left Olmo on the bench. Olmo would come on in the second half as Barca went in search of that 2nd goal for Getafe. Bordalas went with Uche up front on his own, 4 at the back and 5 across the middle. But it wasn't a defensive display from Getafe. They did create chances, and they were able to take one through Aaron Barry, their top scorer this season. Balde's shot a long way over the top there for Barcelona. Ronald Araujo was playing his first minutes in La Liga this season. It was his pass out to Jules Koundé. Koundé with a cross to the back post, and you'd expect Rafinha, in the sort of form he's been in this season, to bury that one, but he headed it into the side netting. Brazilian would also miss a chance in the second half. You can see Getafe already warming up 2 players there. Alvaro was one of those 2, as Bordalas pondered making a very early change because he was so disappointed with his team going behind so early in the game. Rafinha was unable to make it 2, heading the wrong side of Soria's post. Luis Milla's cross blocked there by Gavi. Came out to Alenya. Alenya picked out Costa de Coba de Costa, I should say, and his shot was parried by Iñaki Peña and turned in by the Uruguayan Mauro Arambari. 5 goals this season for him. And Getafe were back on level terms. And Barcelona have now gone 9 games without keeping a clean sheet. Coba de Costa involved again, as he was last week, in both Getafe's goals when they got a 2-1 victory over Las Palmas. But Barcelona won't be happy with the defending. Iñaki Peña will maybe also feel that he could have done more to palm that away from goal. He was at full stretch though when he made the save. Barcelona's defenders slow to respond and react to the rebound. The same couldn't be said for Mauro Arambari. Getafe were level. Barcelona's goal to open the scoring, Jules Koundé, was the first they'd score at the Coliseum since September 2019, when Junior Firpo scored the 2nd in a 2-0 win for Barcelona. They hadn't managed to score since then. 3 0-0s after that result. Chance here for Lewandowski. Somehow it goes beyond everyone at the back post. Ronald Araujo and Jules Koundé were there to try and turn it in. Neither of them could get the finishing touch. Another let-off for Bordalas' team. Coming into this game, Barcelona had scored 16 goals in 2025 so far in all competitions, 3 more than Getafe had managed in the first half of the season in the league. Frenkie de Jong came on at half-time for Marc Casado. Uche lays this one off. Jene slides it across to Aaron Barry, stretching and gets the shot away, but he injures himself in the process and can't carry on. Very impressive, Uche. Difficult to pick a man of the match for Getafe. There were so many outstanding performers. Domingos Duarte and Alderete were excellent at the back, but Uche was certainly very good in the final third. and he played his part in that opportunity. Aaron Barry paying the price, though. He couldn't carry on. Santiago Yeyu replaced him. Barcelona at the other end with this opportunity. Rafinha running in behind. Lewandowski trying to get on the end of the cross. In the end, back to Lamine Yamal. And his shot was cleared by Alderete. Again, just as we'd expect Rafinha to have done better with his opportunity in the first half. You probably would have backed Lamine Yamal to score there. It wasn't the easiest of chances, but he didn't get a lot of power behind the volley, and it was blocked. Aaron Barry making way. Confirmed at the end of the game. They didn't think it was a serious injury, but it prevented him from finishing the game. Santiago Yeyu was his replacement. Santiago Yeyu wouldn't finish the game either. He was taken off. This is Lamine Yamal. Finally gets the shot away. Took a deflection, and it's sent wide. Another Barcelona corner. Alderete making the block. Just Koundé's throw to Gavi. Gavi finds Lamine Yamal. And then Rafinha was waiting for the cross. It never arrived. Into the arms of David Soria. Soria here with a long ball over the top that Koundé struggles to deal with. Uche robs possession from him. He then can't provide the finish. But a very impressive performance from Uche. All that's missing really are the goals. He's only scored one so far this season, and that came on the opening day against Athletic Club. Gavi replaced by Dani Olmo. Pedri playing this one out to Rafinha. Rafinha into Olmo. He's flick on. He's headed away by Diego Rico. Lamine Yamal tried to pull it back for Lewandowski, but it was cleared by Getafe. Carlos Perez came on for Barcelona, replacing Alenya. Two former Barcelona players, one making way for the other. Santiago Yeyu, the substitute, taken off. The explanation that he picked up a yellow card not long after coming on. A yellow for Yeyu, and Bordalas didn't want to risk him picking up a second caution and reducing Getafe to 10 men. That was why the substitute was substituted. This chance here with Carlos Perez picking out Getafe. It was a very nice pass into Carlos Perez, nicely weighted from Uche. The pass to Getafe was a little bit behind him, and he couldn't provide the finish. Lamine Yamal looking like the most likely route to goal for Barcelona, but his shot was saved by Soria. And Soria praising his defenders this time for being on top of a possible rebound, something that they weren't in the first half when Getafe went behind. Luis Milla with Getafe's first corner of the game. Cleared by Lewandowski as far as Alderete. Diego Rico's shot is saved by Iñaki Peña. They wouldn't have counted anyway, he was offside, Diego Rico, but good stop all the same from Peña. Pedri making inroads, finding De Jong, and De Jong with the shot. Brilliant save from Soria, making up really for that first half mistake, because that was heading inside the post from the Netherlands international Frenkie De Jong, no question about it. Tipped away brilliantly by Soria. Still no way through for Hansi Flick's Football Club Barcelona. Now the corner, flicked on by Araujo. Uche and Koundé scrapping at the back post. De Jong protesting to the referee that it should have been a penalty. He certainly was wrestled to the ground by Uche, by Koundé, but he didn't protest as much as Frankie De Jong did, and the referee no intention of pointing to the spot. Here's Lamine Yamal again, threading this one forward to Ferran Torres. It comes back out to Lamine Yamal, and his deep cross, and Rafinha coming in at the far post, as he'd done in the first half. Hits the side netting and not the back of the net. So it was an evening when the players have been so reliable for Barcelona this season didn't quite produce. Barcelona didn't take their chances. And it's 2 points dropped. And on the same day that Atletico Madrid dropped all 3 points against Leganés. Very frustrating for Flick's team. Balde sending that one high over the top. The substitute celebrating in his face. Isma. He got a tap on the face from Balde. He then went down dramatically, theatrically. So Getafe at the end of the game producing some, let's say, typical Getafe tactics. They hadn't for long spells of the game. And they were worthy of their point, there's no question about that. Uche went for glory right at the end. He saw Iñaki Peña off his line. But he couldn't hit the back of the net. So that's the way it finished in the Coliseum. The final score, Getafe 1, Football Club Barcelona 1.